Hi, it's Marco from Moose Marketing PR, the editor of Punchline Magazine, and welcome to Punchline Talks. Today I'm with Amy Brown. Hello, Amy. Very lovely to meet you. Today we're in Gloucester College. The docks are around that way. There's been a big presentation in that way. And Amy, we're celebrating your achievement. What have you won, please?
Yeah, I won the Amazon Intermediate Apprentice of the Year at the National Apprenticeship Awards.
Well, congratulations. And it was in carpentry.
Yes.
Now, you didn't start off in that, did you? What did you do when you left school? And how old were you?
So I did my A-levels, was planning on going to university, had enough of education, backed out, ended up getting jobs, did every job you could imagine basically, worked as a waitress, worked in a supermarket, worked in a call centre, didn't like any of them and thought I need to go and do something I love, so I decided to do a trade.
What didn't you like about those jobs for a start?
Sitting and doing not a lot really. Twiddling my thumbs, I just don't think it's for me.
And so how did you first of all get in contact with Gloucester College, and why did they, and how were they able to help you?
So I initially applied online. It was really straightforward, really easy, and I knew I wanted to do a trade, so it was just a case of looking at the different courses that they had to offer and applying online. They then sent through different jobs that they had. I guess they work with employers to match people up with jobs. Sent through a lot of applications, but eventually, Tombs Development, my bosses, employed me, and the rest is history.
Okay, so how long have you been working with Tombs Development, and what was it first like when you first worked there, and to what you've achieved today, and how do you feel about it?
So it's been about 18 months. It's been a bit of a whirlwind. There's a lot of learning to be done, and the company I work for don't just do carpentry, they're general builders basically, so I'm learning so much about all aspects of construction really. So it's been really enlightening. It's been great. Learning lots, and I think everyone has been so friendly on site. At first I was nervous that people were, being a female in construction, it was going to be a bit, but everyone I've spoke to has been so lovely and supportive, and
and I suppose that is the barriers, isn't it? Because I would imagine, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but being a female carpenter or a female bricklayer or working, and there's more and more women in construction, and I guess someone young like yourself, a lot younger than me, and but perhaps our viewers, you can inspire.
I think I've come to the realisation that I guess I was never in a situation where I wasn't represented before now, and now I realise the importance of representation, because if I had seen a female in construction when I was younger, I probably would have taken the leap sooner and gone for it. So hopefully, if I can maybe inspire one other female to just go for it, then that would be amazing.
And I guess you've earned as you learnt as well. And what impact has that had on your life?
It's been really great. Being able to be paid to get a qualification is great. The amount of jobs that I have done or have applied for previously that you don't get the job because you don't have experience, but then no one is willing to give you that experience, so you're just in a never-ending cycle of not having experience or being able to get a job. But this is so great because everyone enters the situation knowing that you're willing to learn and wanting to learn, but you don't know the stuff yet, but they're willing to teach you. So it's a great way of getting paid, and no one has any expectations of you knowing what you're doing, really.
So your carpentry that you decided to do, were you always interested in woodwork? Was it something that you did in school? So how did you just fall into it then? Is it just something that you really like? Or?
Yeah, well, I've always thought about doing a trade, because I think I've kind of always thought it never goes away. You're always going to need the trades, and also that you can travel with, you can take the qualification anywhere. But I've always been very hands-on. I did art at school, and I used to do needle felting, which was for a little bit. But it's kind of, I think it was the trade that I thought was the most, you're making things look nice. Like, electricians are great, and you need all of the other trades, but I'm quite a perfectionist, so to be able to put finesse on things was probably what really drew me to carpentry.
Can I ask you what you studied in school, which school you went to, and what grades you got? And if you don't mind me asking, how much you've been paid since you, or you know?
So at school, I did do my A levels. So I did law, psychology, history, and art.
Okay.
In my I got B's in all of them in my A levels.
Still pretty impressive.
So yeah, that was school, and then
Which school was it?
Oh, sorry, Bournemouth. I went to Bournemouth in Cheltenham, and then I can't remember the rest of the question.
Well, I asked you whether you got, you know, how much you got paid.
Oh, okay. So
if you don't mind.
No, that's fine. Initially, I was on apprenticeship wage, which isn't great, but that's gone up since. And they pay me. I think once I'm qualified, I'll obviously, but I'm not under the impression at the moment. You know, I'm.
The reason I ask is if we've got another young person watching this, is that, you know, that they get paid as they learn, and I think that's a really important part. Because a lot of people can get. I think sometimes the schools, it's not their fault, is that they're judged by how many kids go to university.
Yes.
And I believe there's a great route through apprenticeships.
Yes.
And kids might not be academically strong, or there is another route. I mean, you're obviously academically strong, but you decided to do something different. You obviously enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I think that's the important thing, that actually I was really pushed the university route, and as much as like I can sit an exam and probably do relatively well in it, but doing that in a job day to day isn't what I want to do with my life. So I think it's not fair to say to kids that you need to be doing well in school and to go to university, because that isn't the only route. There is so many options. You can do apprenticeships and so many things, and to not get the debt of university for a start, and on top of that you get paid to do it, it's a no-brainer to me. I don't know, unless, you know, if you need to go to university to do like to become a doctor or that sort of thing, I completely get it. But I know so many people that have done university courses and then are not in a job, anything to do with it, and have a load of debt and actually don't have a job at the end of it.
Well, Amy, all I can say is congratulations. Real pleasure to meet you, and all the very best for the future.
Thank you so much.
And please remember, it's all the punchline. Thank you.